So I watched The Boys, season 3, episode 7, the penultimate episode of the season, and after Herogasm, it's one of those things where it's like, what could they possibly do to follow it up? And what they did to follow it up was make another banger episode. Not as crazy as Herogasm, but just as, if not a little better, in terms of just quality writing and storytelling. So, I mean, I think the highlight of the episode for me personally is Black Noir. He's been a character. He's been the character that I've been most fascinated by. That we haven't really learned too much about, right? Like every time the show like cuts to Black Noir, I'm always just like, I want to know more about you, and we finally got a bit of his backstory. So we knew that him and Soldier Boy were like on the same team. I don't know if that was an earlier version of the Seven or not. I don't know if they've said actually. I don't remember, but we've now learned that he took a lot of shit from Soldier Boy, and it was pretty extreme, and it got to the point that him and his other teammates hated him, right? And they were the ones that took him out essentially, or at least created the opportunity for the Russians to take him. And I mean, it's been interesting because obviously Soldier Boy's been like big mad at his team, but I don't think we've actually known why necessarily. And I guess it should have been obvious that yeah, they were in on it, at the very least. Or I think actually, I'm trying to remember. I think they actually did mention that. I think they at least established that some of the members on his team um, were involved. I think they did establish that, but either way, now it's been super ultra established that they went as far as to be the ones to like fight him and take him on. So yeah, I thought all of that was super interesting. I mean, just the way that they told that flashback through animation and through those being like Black Noir's imaginary friends is like really creative and also pretty sad, right? To see how lonely Black Noir is. Um, and yeah, so I loved everything having to do with Black Noir. Butcher was also a really big aspect of this episode, right? We got some flashbacks with him. We finally got to see what his relationship was with his father exactly, and with Lenny, this brother of his that they alluded to back in season 2, and now we finally know that his dad was abusive. Not surprising, and Butcher essentially abandoned his little brother, and because of the treatment that his father gave the little brother committed suicide, and now we know that Butcher like super blames himself for that. And that's obviously like, well, I mean, no, that's not his fault. Obviously, like, if anybody's put in a situation where like they leave an abusive relationship, they should not blame themselves for what happens to their brother. Like, that's not a thing. That's definitely not a thing that you should do. But you can understand why he would feel that way. And man, with the like they set that up so well. And so they set that up right. And then when you look at Huey, and because we've seen Huey go on this downward spiral throughout the season, which I thought has been super compelling. And then in this episode, we see him kind of retreat from that, right? We see him stand up to Soldier Boy and try and save the mesmerizer guy, whatever his name was. They see him try to save his life and try to save Butcher's life, and we see Huey go like, no, this is not who I am. And we see that parallel between Lenny and Huey, where Butcher, in his mind, he killed Lenny. And we're seeing it established that in this instant, in the modern day, Huey is Butcher's Lenny, and Butcher is definitely taking Huey to a road of death, right? Whether it be taking Compound V or, just this mission that they're on. And we see Huey starting to come back from that. And we see Butcher realizing what he did to Lenny and how that relates to Huey. And I mean, I hate it, but I love that when you think that Butcher is going to learn the error of his ways, they continue, as they have done throughout this entire show, to just shove in your face and yell at you. Butcher is a bad person. He's a bad person, and he knows what he's doing to Huey, and he doesn't care. And I was like, man, this show, I love that they can commit to that, right? That they can commit to, yeah, no, some of these people are just bad. They're just bad people, you know. So we'll see. I mean, I could also see them kind of have Butcher see the error of his ways, but as of right now, I super appreciate them just sticking to their guns in that instance. And yeah, so all of that is super great. There was also that really good scene with Starlight, and Homelander, where where Starlight presumably gets Homelander admitting to a bunch of stuff on tape. And what's interesting about that is that with what she got on tape, that is presumably enough to get a similar effect from the airplane tape that they have hidden, right? And that they threaten to release. What is the fallout from that is going to be? Because she was live streaming. So I'm going to be super interested to see what the fallout of that is in the next week. But anyways, aside from that, we also got the scene between Starlight and Kimiko, which I thought was really cute. Again, as I've said multiple times, if Kimiko is harmed in any way, if she ends up dying, I'm done with the show. I'm done watching it. I'm done reviewing it. I'm just done. I'm done. It's a wrap. It is a wrap on The Boys. But I like the idea that that now that she's taken Compound V, like it's because like she's consenting to it now, right? And it's not this thing that was forced upon her. She's realizing that the power doesn't make her who she is. She is who she is. And, she sees herself as a monster, but I hope that she gets some kind of arc where she realizes I'm not actually a monster. Because Kimiko, you're not a monster, okay? You were just protecting Frenchie. But yeah, I really like that sort of justification that they set up as to why she wants to take Compound V. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know if there's necessarily anything else that I need to talk about. This was a great episode. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, the ending, right, where Soldier Boy reveals that he is Homelander's father. That's crazy. I mean, so what is this finale gonna be? Is it going to be Soldier Boy and Homelander versus all the other heroes? That could be a fun finale. I also wonder if, because I mean that's the thing that we expect, right? But The Boys doesn't necessarily do what you expect. I wonder if we could see not a big fight in this season finale, but rather them setting up season 4. With this new status quo of Homelander and Soldier Boy working together. I'm honestly not sure, so we'll have to see. But yeah, overall, I love this episode. Let me know what you thought of it. Comments down below. Also, be sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to be notified whenever I upload. And goodbye.